Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skullgirls Get Great. This is the audio test. We will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week are a little too loud or a little too quiet. We want all of us to be about equally as loud, and the game should be just barely audible. If there are any recommendations that you would like to provide, please feel free to do so. We want the stream to be just perfect for you. How is everyone doing tonight? I'll leave the meme reel on. Pardon me for a little bit. I still need to get all the links together. This meme is talking about mashing arm, that is true. This meme is talking about Pleasure's holy guide to playing Eliza. And so on and so forth. What's happening, everyone? How's everyone doing? We'll probably go ahead and get started in about 3 to 4 minutes. I don't know. We're just gonna let people kind of flood in. Right now we only have 3 of the viewers that we would normally have. Well, we got about 10 people now. Once a lot of the participants are here, then I'll start doing the intro and all that stuff. Who do we got? Who do we got? Oh, Kui Stock, since you're here, I just wanted to let you know. There's a very reasonable chance that I will not be a good matchup for you. Penny will hopefully join by the end of the stream. And she can probably hold her own against you a lot better than I will be able to. But we'll try. We'll play a match. And if I think you are gonna learn better from fighting Penny, then I will hand it off to Penny. Hey there, Clawmaster. Good to see that you're always here, but not always participating. Are you practicing though? Where your grind at? Dos Whales chiming in. Good to see you here. Got Radiant Black. What's up, Soda? Bit Van Bite is hyped up, ready to go. You're very thankful for this Ethernet plug that was installed during renovations. Oh, hell yeah. That stability from the Ethernet. It's that good shit. No practice, just mashing quick match for years. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that one before. So one of the staff members, his name is JP, he joined and he's like, I don't know if I'm good enough for intermediate. I'm like, you can fight me and I can tell you if you're good enough for intermediate or not. And he proceeded to completely destroy me. He's not one of the best Skullgirls players I know. And I'm just like, you didn't have to underplay how good you are that much, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I probably, like, if I was at the top of my game, like, I wouldn't be a worthy opponent or anything like that. One day maybe I can earn the title worthy opponent, but I just want to make sure you get the best practice you can, without any pride interfering with that. Going from Wi-Fi to Ethernet is actually mind-blowing. Welcome. And who knows, maybe I'm underplaying how good I am. It's very possible. I am there with my squig play. I wanna... Yeah. You're about where you want to be with your squig. What? Alright. Working on a project! Skullgirls related project! To be honest, I don't know if you work on any project that's not Skullgirls related. Let's see. Yeah, it's old school. I miss that artist. I don't know if they still draw, but that artist was pretty cool. I followed them a lot way back in the day, like when I was in college. Give it one more minute. See if anyone else is gonna be coming in. I think we got most of the people though now, right? Yeah, we got most of the people that are participating today. Alright, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. What we do here is we try to match you up against a relatively even opponent, and then provide constructive criticism on your play. We won't tell you everything that's wrong with your play because that's not helpful. We're going to teach you a few things and maybe a couple of advanced things to keep in the back of your mind while you are playing. And also, as much as we can tell you in the span of five matches? Do we have too many people for 5 matches? We do, but I also am not sure if I care. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nah, 5 matches is fine, actually. This is totally fine. Can the open spot... Can I join the open spot on intermediate? Alright, so we're gonna add one more opponent to the list of matchups. Clawmaster, I might have you fight... Actually, you versus Kuistock might be interesting. I don't know, it's weird, because... I'm like, I don't know, maybe I haven't seen Kuistock play, but like, I have this like inkling that I think they can beat me, and I go fairly even with you last time I checked, but it's been a while and you've probably been practicing, so maybe you can take on Kuistock. We'll see how that goes. I don't know, I'll play against, I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll figure it out when we get there. Anyways, so welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. On top of everything, hey there, Penny. On top of everything, more than anything else, especially for a lot of the new people, we're kind of a way to ease you into the SGC. A lot of people who haven't played fighting games before or haven't been part of a fighting game community in the past, it's kind of overwhelming, don't know where to look, where to go, and things like that. So here's like a very easy, soft way to ease into a fighting game community. So welcome. I'm glad to have you all here. Really exciting. Let's see. Anything else I need to say before we get started? Probably not. Oh yeah, there is actually. I knew it. I knew I was forgetting something. If you are participating today, please join the Steam group chat. You can find the Steam group chat by typing !BG8 chat into Twitch chat. which will provide a link to join. Sorry, not BG8. I lied. Don't do that. Exclamation mark GG8 chat. You will not find me in the BG8 chat. Join the GG8 chat group. The GG8 chat group is, for this stream, what we use to communicate about logistics. If you're having trouble getting into the lobby, or if you're having other logistical issues, you can technically tell me anywhere, but I can only promise I'll see it if you post it into that group chat. That group chat is the main way of communicating with me about any logistic information. You can technically type anything in there, but most people don't. Most people are smart enough not to use that. Stop playing Peacock this week so I could grind Baoband just to get super consistent with the taunt conversion. I've forgotten how to play Peacock. You never knew how to play Peacock. Shots fired! I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Our first matchup of the day is going to be Mad B versus... Let me actually pull that up. Matchups. Yeah, it's gonna be Mad B versus Conster. So, Constant Stream? Are you a programmer? Or is that a reference to something I don't understand? Probably the latter. Anyway, Mad B versus Conster. Let's go. This is sick. This is fucking dope! My dude! You don't even know! I'm sorry, Doc. I don't know, you just made it really easy. Alright, Conster, Mad B. Madden B? John Madden himself? Who knew that John Madden played Skullgirls? Madden Boys? I have no idea what the name's supposed to be. I'm just saying random shit at this point. Let's see. I'm gonna set this aside for a minute. Alright. We got our first matchup ready to go. Filia versus Fuqua. Classic. I guess? Is it? Is it even classic? It's not canon. I don't know. Alright, hairball over. Yeah, the conversion is a little weird. You have to make sure your opponent is high enough. That means you have to jump cancel and go into your first light as soon as possible. Not to mention you probably shouldn't be using that string anyways. I'll talk more about you guys not using the strings that you're supposed to be using in a little bit. When I mention the B&B compendium, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, poking out with lights. Alright, so something I really like that I'm seeing out of you two, and this is really rare to see it out of beginners, but a lot of beginners in the past few years have been doing this. That tells me somebody's doing something right. Some popular person is, like, teaching you how to play. Because all of you guys are starting... Oh, okay, never mind. Well, Madden B was doing really good until right there. But all of you guys were starting with lights. You guys are starting with lights, going into mediums, or going straight into heavies. That's also fine. So, and you're stopping after a medium, right? Like exactly like that. The tutorial talks about that too. So basically, use your medium attacks to buy time so your brain can figure out whether you're hitting your opponent or not. If you are hitting your opponent, then keep on going into more like hits, like heavies, and like specials, like the hairball and stuff like that. If you press light and then medium and your opponent is blocking, then you stop pressing buttons. And Conster is doing that really well. Something you guys aren't doing really well is that you guys were sitting there for a little bit, just kind of blocking back and forth. So you know both of you guys are capable of blocking and sitting comfortably. Grab. Grabs beat block. There are ways to beat grabs as well. Like there's, it's like a, calling it a triangle is like an insult. Because I really hate it when people call it like a rock, paper, scissors thing, because that's an insult to how complicated it really is. But basically, a lot about fighting games is understanding your opponent's behaviors. If you notice your opponent is very good at blocking your whatever you're throwing out there, then you need to start mixing it up with a grab. You gotta teach them, hey, I'm willing to use grabs, so you can't be blocking all the time. Conster, you did the same thing where you dashed up and pressed heavy buttons. So, I mean, for the most part, you guys are being smart, you guys are being safe, starting with lights only, and then transitioning into heavier buttons. But reminder that, like, heavy buttons are extremely unsafe. So, unless you get a hit confirmed, there's no reason to ever go into that. Wait, Penny joined. Is Penny here? Oh my god, is it time? Could it be? I don't know. Oh! It might be.
It's time.
It's time!
It's time!
What the fuck? Alright, finally someone that actually knows what they're talking about is here. So...
I pretend.
I don't know why Conster left. So, just so you guys know, we aren't a tournament where it's like whoever wins stays in or anything like that. You guys are gonna play 5 flat games under all circumstances. So both of you get back in here. It's not just one match. It is 5 flat games, no matter who wins or who loses. A couple other people I worked with. Yeah, what were you saying? Go ahead.
I have a good resource, but if it goes off topic, then you go first.
Oh, okay. Well, basically what I was saying is, like, we used to do, like, 3 out of 5, like, whoever wins the most or whatever like that, but when I got in there, I basically changed that right away, because it doesn't make sense to give less advice to a player that gets completely walloped, right? They only get to play 3 games instead of 5 games. That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. Alright, what's the off-topic thing?
Okay. 4 hours ago, Sonic Fox posted a Filia guide.
What the fuck?
And it's really, really good.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I'm gonna link it because this is Get Gr8, so it is
perfect
topical.
Context, yeah. And not to mention affiliates.
I'll post it in chat if anybody wants it.
I'm gonna add that to the list of guides.
Yeah, dude, it's really good.
Awesome. For those guys who don't know, we try to compile a lot of reliable guides by typing !GUIDES. You can see them. Yeah. So sweep is cool, so when you guys start learning about like being able to do more damage overall and optimizing combos, you'll end up realizing that using sweep and neutral isn't actually a great idea, especially not in this matchup. Sweeps are cool because they beat armored moves and like they give you a knockdown and they get to play OP and stuff like that. But the problem is it's a technical knockdown, and B, you can't convert off of it. If you hit your opponent with a sweep, they get knocked down and that's it, it's over, even if you have OTG still. The only time there's an exception to that is if they're already in a knockdown state, and that way, and you still have OTG. In that case, you're allowed to consume OTG by sweeping, and then converting off of that. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it, and also play the tutorial. Basically, don't use sweep and neutral, unless you have a good reason to do it.
Also, I see the Filia doing a lot of poking with Sand Medium Punch into Crouch Medium Kick, just like that. It's a little strange. If you're fishing for hits, you should probably start with the... So, okay, I'm gonna tell you not to do that, but also to do that, kind of. Because it's a long-range button and it's good, but if you do it the other way around, if you start with Crouch Medium Kick and go to Stand Medium Punch, not only are you safe, but you can keep pushing buttons, and you can just smash your controller. It's great. Yeah, and you're starting with a low, so it's harder to just see, okay, I blocked the mid, I can block low now. So if you're going to do that the other way around. I don't know why Filia Stand Medium Punch is plus, but, you know, it is.
Both hits?
Stand Medium Punch?
Wait, what is Stand Medium Punch? It might be...
It's the one-hit little mouthy... That
oh, that
thing. Right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's plus.
Why?
I don't know.
I think plus mediums are BS. I don't understand why they exist.
Yeah. The other thing worse is plus specials. Wait a minute.
No, because, like, then there's usually a gap where you could have reversaled before you got hit by the special. The special made it safe. It's like, hi, you messed up. Like, you lost your window. Like, I understand.
Unless you're Parasol.
Is Parasol? It's not a true block string, is it?
No, there's no gaps.
There are no gaps. So I can let go of the stick and I'll just stay blocking the entire time. We'll test this out next time. I don't believe it. In Parasol's tier pressure, she has a block string that, according to Penny, has no gaps. That means there are no windows for me to DP out of it, and I don't believe that.
If we're talking about in between the move and the tier, there's no gap.
What about before that? What about the medium to the heavy?
No gap.
No gap.
No gap. The only one... she has a few... most of her block strings can be DP assisted through, but you don't actually get to DP it yourself. It's really strange.
Okay. We'll talk more about this in a bit. A couple things I
Yeah.
noticed. So nice use of the hair spiral thing. I don't know what it's called actually. Where you like poked your opponent from far away. I don't know the exact rules on it, but you can generally convert off of that with Gregor. And I was about to say you guys aren't using enough supers, and then you just use Gregor, so that's cool.
If you're nice, you don't need to use Gregor, but it's hard to do. So for now, use Gregor.
Yeah.
You gotta get into wave dashing and jump to do it. Oh. Oh,
So nice
didn't
throw.
check.
Alright, don't end your strings on a heavy. I mentioned that before. Did on a medium. These are fundamental things that you're gonna want to work on, and these are also fundamental things that are true for every fighting game you ever play. It's not only gonna help you in Skullgirls, it's gonna help you in pretty much every game, not only fighting games either. Like, just pretty much anything.
That's one way to get around the fireball.
That's... I did not know you could actually do that. I didn't think that it was invulnerable
It's invuln.
for you to do that. I know it's invuln, I just didn't think it was invuln enough. I thought it would...
I'm pretty sure they can whiff punish you on reaction to doing it, but
Oh, okay, okay. That makes
especially Fuku, they can just cancel into BFF.
True. Okay. Again, that's basically the reason you don't want to end on a heavy, because you can get punished, albeit grab isn't the best punish, but it's something. I'm not gonna get too much into detail about this, but Skullgirls and pretty much every fighting game have a mechanic called scaling, where basically certain moves that are considered quote-unquote good will reduce your ability to do damage afterwards. Grab is one of them. If you grab your opponent, it scales all follow-up damage by about 50%, and that's no good.
That was
Scales
wild
directly
to watch.
to 50%, but if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. We'll optimize later.
Watching that's like watching Skullgirls if it wasn't an anime game, because there was a lot of spacing and like pressure and turns, and that was straight girls.
Did you miss the first game? The first game was all
did.
neutral. I was like oddly impressed. Alright, so I think now is a good time to talk about the BNB compendium. So the first thing I'm going to ask you guys to learn is a BNB, and the reason I ask you guys to learn a combo that works on everybody and is like good is not because combos do a lot of damage. I mean, they do, but more importantly, they help you get used to your character faster. So I'm gonna type something into Twitch chat. It's !BNB. You can find that link in the VOD because I just put it on screen. If you click that link, it'll take you to a list of combos for every character. They're not the most optimized combos. I mean, some of them are, but like in general, they're not the best combos, they're not the combos you're going to be using for the rest of your life, but they're the combos that you should probably be practicing right now so you can get used to your character better, because they'll cover the most common links for your character, they'll cover the most like common interactions between and spacing things, and like it'll basically build muscle memory, and it's good for you. In general, my rule of thumb for combos is you should be able to do it 10 times on all characters in both directions. Practicing that is annoying, so at least just be able to do it 10 times in a row on a character in both directions. And as long as you can do it 10 times in a row on at least one character in both directions, then like play matches and just be able to do it practically. When you are able to be consistent with your combo, that's kind of around the same time where you should be used to enough with the game to be able to move on intermediate bracket. So that's like the biggest barrier. So practice your BNBs. It's the most important thing right now. More than anything else we've ever said, like, go and learn a BNB.
I'll also say that don't do it if you play Robo, because her crouch light kick does the same damage as her optimized BNB, so that's not worth it. I'm not serious. Go do it.
Why do I play this character? Nice block on the hairball. I do like that you're using 2 lights to hit confirm, except you're not hit confirming. That's the only problem, Mad B. So when you get 2 hits with a light, go into a medium, because like that's good. Like using 2 lights to be able to decide whether you got a hit or not is a good thing. Like, that's actually really impressive. That at the highest level of play, that's what people will be doing. That being said, you actually have to do it though. When you get a hit, convert.
Also, just to throw out a general list of moves that you can use on these. Okay. The list of moves on these characters that are really good to just throw out and use. Fuqua's Jump Light Punch is something you should be pushing every 4 seconds. I'm exaggerating, but it's a really good button. Philia really wants to be pushing Jab a lot, which I see you're doing. She mostly just wants to be dashing around the screen, and that'll come when you're more comfortable with how the movement of the game works. Philia doesn't exactly have a neutral so much as she's either dead or killing you.
Yeah. I don't want to overwhelm them, but like I do want to talk about like the different movement options that they're not really using, because they're mostly just like spacing back and forth, maybe doing a dash here and
it's
there.
cool, but it's only playing like an eighth of the game.
Yeah, so like, well, if you guys join us next week, then remind me, and I'll make sure we focus on movement options for your characters, because that's something you guys really need to focus on. Hey there, Jupiter! How's it going? I see you looking for matches like every single day in the Chicago Discord. That's good shit. That's what I want to see.
Big Man's Light Punch does twice the damage as a Robo BNB. You're not wrong, because he gets to push it twice.
Is drill safe? Unless you push block.
Light Drill is safe.
Yeah, Light Drill is safe unless you push block it. You guys
Yeah,
don't.
you can Light Punish, but
Yeah. In case you guys don't know, while you are blocking something, you press Light Punch and Medium Punch at the same time, and you will push your opponent away. You want to do it at the end of multi-hitting moves, because as soon as another move is blocked, they'll stop moving backwards. So if it's in the beginning of a multi-hitting move, they'll immediately stop moving backwards. So that's, if that doesn't really make sense, just try experimenting with it. Just try pushing push block, and you'll try and maybe like re-listen to what I just said, and it'll make a little bit more sense. Also, if you have any questions, you can always ask us in the Discord. We're always there.
Look, you can correct him and say any 2 punches, but let's be honest, if you're not push blocking with Light Punch and Medium Punch, like everybody push blocks with Light Punch and Medium Punch.
The only time you shouldn't do that is if you're holding M item, and that's Peacock specific.
Yeah. Even when I played on both pad and stick, that was just natural, really. You medium punch, heavy punch. Don't do that.
Because it's easier on pad for you. Oh, I guess. If you're a pad player, that might be a thing. I don't know. When I was on pad, I just macroed it, because I was upset about it. Like, I'm just like, I'm not push blocking like this, I just macroed it.
This looks like Street Fighter, right? That's what I've been saying, too.
I know, right?
This is Skullgirls if it wasn't an anime game, and I kinda love it.
It's cute.
Oh.
It's like, aw, this game is fair right now. You do Light Punch, Medium Punch on pad? Good shit.
It really is just whatever you're used to, but it won't stop me from making fun of you either. So just keep that in mind.
Alright, so DPs are a specific classification of moves where the entire startup is invulnerable, and the afterwards, like, it's like a reversal. So like basically if your opponent's pressing a button and then you do a DP, you like punish them for it, you know, and then you can convert off of it with all sorts of stuff. The way Philia does it is with Gregor right after her Gregor super right after his up to, and then you can convert off the wall bounce, and all sorts of fun stuff happens. Oh shit, we're seeing strings. That's 2 strings.
Oh.
I was so excited. That's good shit. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah. But reversals are also incredibly unsafe. If your opponent blocks it, you're fucked. So that's why it's very risky to throw it out. There will be situations, and I'll talk about them more in the future, where you do want a DP, where you want to make a statement like, hey, I'm willing to use my DP. Now is not when you should be worrying about that. Right now, do not match DP. Right now, learn a BNB. And you'll find me saying that a lot until you actually learn a BNB.
I think the DP statement is my favorite statement.
What do you mean?
Because, you know, it's plus 95. Yeah. It's not actually a DP, it's just...
Yeah. I mean, they're not playing a team. They're not worried about making their unsafe stuff safe yet. When you played duo, you had light punch, medium punch macroed, and now you play trio, and you actually have to press buttons. Unfortunate.
I've been playing a duo forever, and both of my macros are just assist. I just never hit the second macro.
I refuse to use macros unless I absolutely have to. Like, the only macro I really ever need is bans, option select. because I can't do it with my hand.
Mine just makes pillar plus assist so much easier that way. I have a pillar plus assist button, that's when I use it.
I actually might want to switch one of my other macro to assist again, because it makes one of Squiggly's links way easier, way more consistent, but it's not necessary. What is Ban's option select again? It's Coral Circle forward, light punch, medium kick, medium kick. And me and Penny did some investigation after we showed it off in the lab stream, and it's absolutely insane. Like, it is super, super weird how it works.
It is strange.
I'm gonna actually add that to the question list again, so we can talk about what we actually
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
You blocked that. I would not have blocked that. Yeah, we're still on the first matchup. Assuming I came in on the first matchup.
Honestly, I'm surprised we've even started yet. Like, this is the most on time I've been in a minute. I've been actually pretty good with being on time for the last, like, month.
That's been good.
Pretty happy about that.
But, you know, the meme can't die either. That's the other thing.
Skullgirls Get Late will live forever.
Yeah.
Oh, that dash into a low. That's good shit. Yeah, that's good stuff. Alright. So, I mean, it definitely shows that Constring is a little bit more familiar with Filia than Maddenby is with Fuqua. They're using a few more movement options, and they have a couple of strings down. But both of you guys, like, that will even up very, very quickly. Both of you guys just lab out B&Bs and play quick match, and try to get hits with your B&Bs. That's all you guys should be focusing on. I'm not saying don't play quick match until you master your B&B. Obviously, have fun with the game, otherwise it's not going to be fun. But the fastest way to learn is to get a B&B down, and then go into quick match and try to get hit confirms into a B&B every single time. That is so important. I'm not going to worry about explaining how the Undizzy system works. I'm not going to worry about telling you how about Infinite works or Breastplate works yet. Right now, you just got to focus on the basics. But other than that, good stuff. Well played. In case you guys are completely new and don't know how we work, the VODs will go up to YouTube right after the stream, and right now you can go back and watch the VODs right now on Twitch. While you are playing, you should have the stream muted. If you were watching the stream while playing, you made a mistake. Don't do that. Make sure you pause the video, make sure you're playing on as streamlined of a connection as possible, and then etc, etc. Oh, were you listening while you were playing? Yeah, so, like, a lot of people don't realize it, or maybe they realize it and they don't want to do anything about it, but that severely impacts your play. Don't listen to people talking while you're playing, just focus on the game. Zone out and focus on the game. Like, it's got to become your own little bubble. And it's an acquired skill. Sometimes people don't really learn how to do that until they play in tournaments and so on and so forth. At this point, I'm just rambling, though. What's up?
I still don't have that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so hard for me to focus on one thing.
Oh, God, I missed when we did the thing where we were playing Hearthstone and Skullgirls at the same time, and we had to we had this meta game about like when it was safe to reset someone by making someone's turn in Hearthstone. That was so good.
Also, while you're listening to the stream, you end up like having the stream on, which impacts your connection.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
The netcode might have become too powerful. I don't know if anything could do that anymore.
Yeah,
I have given my advice for the day.
The netcode is really good, and they smoothed out rollbacks. Like, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Now, this is pretty much optimal GGPO. I don't think there was never a better implementation of GGPO before, and now I don't think there ever will be.
Yeah.
Like, this is as good as it gets. That's so cool. Yeah, we got the whole squad here. We got Team Wednesday. Damn,
Them's Fighting Herds came out like 2 days ago, like the 1.0. I wonder if they also updated the GDPO.
Yeah, I wonder if they get Z Engine
right?
updates.
Huh.
I don't know if they got a Z Engine update or if they just get a very specific build of the Z Engine. Because I know they customized the engine a lot, so it works for them Fighting Herds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
200 MS felt local for you? That's crazy. The fuck? That's really, really crazy.
Every Saturday at 4 p.m. EST.
Yeah. That's why anytime you guys hear the intro to Skullgirls, it'll always be, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8 every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m. GMT." And like, that's
Did I just go back in time? Do we start again?
What?
Did I go back in time? Did we start again?
Yeah, you made it in time. Isn't that crazy?
Oh man, I'm here from the start. I didn't expect this.
Yeah, time for our first match of Madden B versus... No, I'm kidding. So Hentai versus Matsuo, I believe they are up. Let me double check. Dude.
I'm ready.
Thank you, your local dunce, for keeping me in check. Appreciate that. Yes, Hentai versus Matsuo.
Yeah, because it's 1.0. Maybe they added level 3s now.
Well, every character's got all their moves now.
Are they animated?
I don't know. I actually haven't launched it yet. But there's a story mode apparently, so
I guess that makes sense.
Well, chapter 1 of the
done
story
yet.
mode. It's not finished
Yeah.
yet. I'm probably not playing that game again. It was fun for the minute or two I touched it, but I'm fine without it.
now that I can't use Fred and Block Stun, I have no reason to play it. It was stupid and I loved it.
They removed your class again.
Not as bad.
Hentai.
Because at least I acknowledge that one was busted.
Hentai is here. Where's Matsuo? I saw a little bit earlier. Let me see if I can
Can't
map
show that on Steam Crank.
What are you talking about?
Can't say that on stream.
I can say hentai on stream, Sam.
No.
I can watch hentai on stream, Sam.
Wait, I think we're talking about two different things now.
All right, Crank, set it up. I'm ready.
Where are you at, Matsuo? What's your Twitch name? I should have that handy somewhere. Matsuo is Matsuo FGC.
What the heck? You posted the and it's 2 minutes from now.
What?
Like, I'm 2 minutes in the past from when you posted this. What the heck?
Are you? Is it 3:30 or 4:37 for you or something?
Yeah.
Weird.
Is my computer off or what's going on?
That's weird.
I guess my computer's just off.
Yeah. I mean, it's 3:39 here. Weird.
Yeah, my phone says 39 too. That is... How did I get off by 2 minutes?
You know, when you cross the time zone by like a couple inches, like they don't want to really commit and like shift over. They just kind of take off a couple of minutes and be like, "That's fine."
You know what? It's when you did the intro again,
Is
and
it
I went back
Matasu?
in time.
Did I say Matsuo or is it Mata? Is it Matasu?
It's
or
the
Matasa.
That's
it's the
Matasu.
temporal
My bad.
residue.
I kept saying Matsuo. My bad.
Don't do that, Crank. That's rude.
Take you back to the past.
You change the time on your computer.
You right-click it and say time.
Not working.
Well,
It's
Right click it, and the second option should be adjust date and time.
just
do things.
no, Crank. It's okay. She got it. It's okay.
I am now in the future 2 minutes.
You gotta
Said
right click
wasn't
it, click
working,
adjust
and
date
then
and
it was
time.
working.
Skip 2 minutes of my life. It's strange.
You're 2 minutes more youthful.
Wait, no, I think it's the other way around.
Oh, because if you skip 2 minutes into the future, your body didn't travel 2 minutes, or didn't age 2 minutes. So you saved 2 minutes on your life.
Wait, but what part of you time travels when you time travel?
Well, I mean, you don't know
All of
anything
you.
that happened between 4:38 or 4:39 and 4:41, right? Like those 2
Yeah.
minutes are just gone. So basically, you just skipped those 2 minutes. Your entire body, mind, and consciousness traveled through time.
You know, if somebody like erased 2 minutes of your memory and then said you time traveled 2 minutes, you'd believe them.
No, because there's a residue of those 2 minutes. Like you can see. Well, I mean, not that your naked eye could measure it, but your body had aged 2 minutes that you haven't accounted for.
But would
So
you be
that would
able to
imply that
tell?
your memory is missing. Would you be able to tell? Like, would the average person be able to tell? No.
Yeah.
But would the universe in general
But
know?
Crank's
Yeah.
not the average person.
I'm not the average person. You
I'm
see,
very
I've
tired. This is a
carefully
really dumb
aligned
line of
every hair
questioning.
follicle to move by 4 degrees every 13 milliseconds.
Perfect. This is such a
Fuck
stupid
you.
line of questioning. I'm
What
so
are you
tired.
nerds talking about? Just
Don't know.
Talking about Martian
Come
time
on.
travel.
no, don't do this joke again. I hate it.
Mars?
No, stop.
Sounds like a hentai plot to you. Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
there's a genre
It
for
is.
that. still waiting on Matasso. He did say he's gonna be a couple of minutes. They said there'll be a couple of minutes.
Are you on the GTPAO test branch or what?
Yeah. Everyone has to use the new netcode. So sit tight, hentai. Alright, Matasso's here.
Dope.
And since I got like 5 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and mention the B&B compendium again. I'm just gonna put that in chat, because everyone should be using that who doesn't have a B&B.
For the first time I played, like the first few months when I played this game, I lived on the B&B compendium. That thing's been out forever too.
Mm-hmm. I lived on the character-specific forums because there was a lot.
I went there
of
afterward.
Stuff. Yeah, I think it's like I didn't want to learn. I didn't want to waste time learning the. This is a bad mistake. Don't get me wrong. People shouldn't do this, but like, I didn't want to waste time learning stuff that I wasn't going to be using in the long run.
What's that combos? Oh.
Okay. Good stuff.
Okay. Seeing hit confirming and seeing combos. That's exciting. They dropped combos, but they're combos.
And they finish the combos. That's the important part. That does work.
Oh. Kind of. You can actually get a conversion on that if you don't DHC.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, with bypass and all that. Yeah.
But now I see a Parasol and I'm excited about it. Dope. Back to the corner. I had him on Dizzy, that's awkward. There's other strings you can do there, so you bring him back down to the ground on one string instead of two. Like you can just do jump medium punch, jump hard kick. That'll save you on Dizzy.
Box, I got the counter hit. Okay.
But I'll also say that that's not exactly beginner advice. I don't know. I'd say next time Matasso signs up, I've only seen one game. But that's looking pretty intermediate to me.
Yeah, they seem to have a good idea of neutral. They seem to have been playing a decent amount. They knew DHC and all that. Yeah, I think they're all. I don't know if they can do a full B&B like 10 times in a row because I don't think I ever saw them finish a combo. I don't know if I ever saw them do a burst bait or anything like that. So based on that, Matasso, I'm going to leave it up to your discretion. But if you feel comfortable playing an intermediate, feel free to play an intermediate next time. Because, yeah, like you're showing signs of fundamentals. Like you seem comfortable enough with your characters. So I'm going to assume that you pretty much know everything you need to know before you graduate to intermediate.
You're right, Jupiter. Time isn't real.
Okay.
Time is a myth created by the government.
Lizard people.
That's unfortunate.
The government is a myth created by the lizard people. Bypass again. Okay, so you seem to be dropping those conversions. I actually think that they still begin. I mean, like, don't take this the wrong way, Matasso. But I think you can benefit from being in the beginner bracket for a little bit longer, just until you're consistent enough with those combos. So, I mean, I'll try to remember, but I think you belong in upper beginner. Like, you're right on that edge. You just gotta get more consistent. Like, you're getting your hit confirms, you're familiar with movement, you seem to be doing alright, you understand how to use assists, like, you look like you come from other team fighters. But you just gotta get consistent with your combos. Once you're a little bit more consistent, then we'll upgrade you.
Yeah, it looks like the stuff you're unfamiliar with here is Skullgirls specific things like block strings and conversions, but everything else is fine.
Yeah, your fundamentals are there.
You got 4 bars. You can actually, if you want more damage there, you can do EKG Super instead if you're going to DHC, because Scalpel's just whiff there. Oop, yeah, delayed weird. I would also recommend, because I see you doing the mid-screen combos for both characters you played in the corner. I can't speak for Val because I don't remember her corner routes exactly, but her Parasol's routes specifically are a lot easier in the corner, or a lot easier mid-screen than they are in the corner if you're doing a mid-screen route. Did that make any sense? Should I start over?
You sound like you were about to say something profound, and then you got lost halfway through the explanation, I feel like.
So if you're doing Parasol's mid-screen combos, it's harder to do them in the corner than they are mid-screen. So I would highly recommend learning a corner combo as well, just because it's a lot easier to not drop it.
At least it's possible in the corner.
Yeah.
What would be a Steam group chat question? Steam group chat. The Steam group chat is just logistics. Like if you're having trouble joining, or if you're like don't know what the heck to do, then talk to me. For actual questions, the Discord and Twitch chat are fine.
Matasa, you can just keep playing.
They should be reading up again. Reminder: you guys are supposed to be 5 flat games. What is it? You've been practicing B&B, posted in the channel before, getting a little bit consistent with them, but you're trying.
Which B&B was it? Is it the Parasol one? Who's B&B? Am I nuts?
Also, where's the question? I don't think there is a question.
Philia. Oh, you're dropping Philia's jump, medium kick, and jump hard kick part. Trying to think. Are you talking about? Is there a route where you do jump medium kick to jump hard kick? I'm very tired, so it's possible I'm super misreading this. Okay, let me look at this. I can talk about this more after these guys go too.
You could also crank an email, but that would probably take longer for him to get to that question.
Send me an email.
Yeah.
You can reach him at thecrank@machine.com.
You know, the Gmail service app, like machine.
Yeah.
Crank@machine.gg8.
GG.
Oh, we got a full combo. We did it.
Oh, we have a BNB. So now just... Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is sign up for Intermediate next week and just get consistent with it this week. Put in like 10 hours or something, like put in work, and just get consistent with that combo with all your characters. I literally have not seen you Squiggly play at all.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's really hard to give advice to the Philia right now, unfortunately.
They're doing the right approaches, they're just getting...
Yeah.
I think they just need to grab more right away. Like, okay, and then you being able to convert off of that is important. So I'd lap that up. Yeah. But also, I'm still going to leave the judgment up to you. Like, if you feel comfortable enough with your BNBs with all your characters, and sign up for Intermediate. I know I'm repeating myself, I'm just going to say it again. But if you feel like you still need to get a little bit more consistent with them, then stay in beginner.
Oh, we know the corner combo. We know most of the corner combo. That was good.
Robots have feelings too, alright? They can be included on websites and logins and stuff.
Okay, we got a character. Let's hype.
Oh my god, we got the grab conversion down. Oh, almost. Something I will say is that y'all never spend your meter. We saw the DHC out of Matasa before. Being a little bit more aggressive with those DHCs might be a good thing, because DHCs do a lot of damage, and it's not like you're gaining any meter after 5, right? So, like, spend your meter when you have, like, 4 meter tops. So you can keep gaining meter, and B, you still have enough meter to do more DHC options later if you need it.
On Matasa's end, you can always just DHC to SBO whenever you want, and have free pressure.
Yeah,
which is a great use for your meter. And on the Philia's end, having meter means that every DP you do can be a full combo, which is huge.
DP into Gregor, into wall bounce, use OTG to convert, and then do all sorts of fun stuff. The other stuff that you can do with Philia is, because you are playing solo, you can snap. If you don't know how snapping works, I mean, A, play the tutorial, and B, just core cycle forward, and then a tag button based on which character you want to snap in. When you snap, you regain, I believe it was 60% or 66%? I think it's 66% of the red health that's on your character. So, it is the only way a solo can heal, and it only works against teams. So make sure you are snapping and taking advantage of that.
And on the other end, if you snap a solo, they lose the ability to heal. So
yeah, that's the other thing.
So snapping for you too.
Yeah. So for teams, like, they also heal whenever they're not out. So if you specifically snap out a character that has a lot of red health, they lose all that red health and they'll never heal it back. That's like, there's lots of uses for it, both against and for the solo. So start thinking about that more. Look for more more consciously start thinking about situations where you could have snapped, but didn't.
Snapping does not do health stuff in solo v solo. Snapping in solo v solo is
Doesn't do it.
a meme unless you're Beowulf.
Well, there is. Oh, okay, so with Beowulf, yeah, you get with the trash can snap, you get the what's it called? The incoming setup, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. In general, you get a wall bounce and you get OTG back, which no one's tried optimizing around that because I don't think it's optimal. So there's like no reason to do that.
Softy's definitely tried, but it's not good.
Yeah.
And they have Fukua too, who gets like M Shadow hold snap stuff, which you'd think would make it better, but it still just wasn't very good.
Mm-hmm. God, hold shadow with snap stuff. I didn't even think of that. That's actually pretty clever.
It's cool.
Yeah. Quickly.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly take a moment. What's it called? The token guy, like everyone else said, like the signups will be out soon. How it works is we release signups on like the Sunday or Monday after every stream, and I'll mention it in the Discord. You sign up, provide the right information, and then I match you against a relatively even opponent. You have to do that every week that you want to participate.
Also, sometimes there's open spots in the things. I don't know if like we have any this week, but sometimes they're there if you just don't feel like committed to it, but you can still join.
Yeah. If you think you're like an intermediate level player token, then you can fight QB. There's an open spot against QB.
If you don't feel confident, you don't need to. We're not forcing you. You should do it. We're not forcing you. You should probably do it.
You don't know what I am. Oh, I don't know what I am.
Nobody knows what they are. Isn't that like the meaning of life?
You played 178 hours? Yeah, I think you can fight QB. I mean, QB's definitely going to be a strong opponent for you, but I think that should be fine.
My first question is, do you have a full into B&B? And the second one is, do you have resets? Is a big one.
No and no. Okay, then definitely not. Sign up next week. Oh my god.
I don't think Tenkai knew like where to go.
Yeah, you'd probably end up in upper beginners, is where you would be. Yeah. But if you don't have a consistent B&B or any resets, then you probably don't have a good sense of neutral, and that means you definitely need to be in beginners.
Fun games.
You leave. It's over, Mataso. You don't. They're ready up again.
They're dead.
Get out of there.
Calm down. Yeah, no. So it's been kind of tough to say like stuff about hentai. Like we've been trying a little bit. So like snap more obviously is one thing. Being able to convert off of your hit confirms is a really big deal. So figure out why you weren't able to use an attack after jumping medium punch whenever it hit. Was it jumping medium punch or jumping medium kick? What's the
jumping medium punch?
Yeah, jumping medium punch. So like that was the right decision. Like that's what you should have been trying to hit confirm with in that specific situation. But you ended up dropping it. So getting consistent with that is going to be important. Just practice that conversion and but yeah, other than that, you seem to be like on the right way. You just got to start being able to do your B&Bs consistently.
Also, set the AI to random block. That'll help with confirming a lot. I don't think that's a thing people do enough.
Yeah. It's tough to say stuff about hentai. I mean, both in and out of context, it's true.
No, actually, only in context is it true. Because for me, it's like, oh, that's easy.
Yeah, but then I can kick you out of the stream.
That's true, but that's why I'm not saying anything about it right now.
That's right.
So you'd say it's difficult.
I'd say it's okay, then fair enough. It is tough to say it right now, but that's with context. Without it, it's fine.
I prefer just strong AI to work with it. Yeah, okay.
If you're specifically... call the next people first before I talk about this.
I'm looking.
Oh, okay.
Where's it? Oh, I got Banished Thought versus me. I'm gonna do a TCM lecture thing where I'm basically gonna talk about stuff. This is gonna be weird because Banished Thought told me that they specifically tend to beat opponents that have played about the same amount as they have because he has a lot of experience in Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. So normally,
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11.
Wait, which one?
And
oh, like...
11. I know. I didn't want you to get too excited. So MK11 and Street Fighter. So I kind of want to see where they're at. I don't actually know what that means. Like, because if you've gone hard on MK11, then you should have had no trouble picking up this game in like 58 hours. That's nothing. If you didn't go super hard and played like semi-casually, then there's still a lot of work for you to do because anime fighters are still pretty different than MK. So I'm gonna go ahead and provide the lobby link again. Where is it?
So what were you asking, Vinny?
I was going to say, when you're talking about fighting strong AI about hit confirms, as much as I'm a person that says like arcade mode is a valuable training resource, if you're working on a hit confirm specifically, I would much rather do a training room with random block because it's practice that you get 100% efficiency out of. If you're fighting an AI, there's a lot of time where you're not just working on hit confirming. But if you like fighting the AI, I'm not going to stop you either.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. This is what I normally do in like a TCM lecture against a beginner. Is I practice using low throws, first lows and overheads, then lows and throws, and then armored moves, and then zoning. And I specifically go in that order to demonstrate what you're gonna have to deal with when you're playing Skullgirls, and how you shouldn't feel bad if you're struggling against it because they are tough. But this is like as you improve, you'll be better at dealing with those things. How good you will be at handling it, I don't know, because normally, again, I don't do this against people who have a lot of game experience, or fighting game experience. So we'll see how this goes. If you completely whoop my ass, then that's a good sign that you should probably be an intermediate. Usually.
I see Eliza. Eliza's cool.
This is alright. Eliza and Double, you can see why they're banished now.
Good shit.
Man, all my MK to SG advice only works on MKX, because MK11 is such a different game.
Okay, so you're doing actually pretty good with your blocks. So you're actually really comfortable with highs and lows. And I think at that point you just gotta get familiar with characters, because as soon as you realize this quickly had an overhead, you adjust it appropriately. So I'm
There's
actually
full mix here too.
Yeah.
This is full combos, full mix. I could talk about neutral a little bit, just because that's. I mean, your blocks seem fine mostly. You have conversions. Yeah, if you're Eliza, especially fighting Squiggly specifically, your two favorite buttons are jump light punch out of an air dash and stand medium punch. Super emphasis on stand medium punch because that button makes Squiggly not want to exist anymore.
Alright, good. You're push blocking too. Yeah, no, your blocks are there. And you're changing your block usually.
I also came from MK, so I know why you're not doing certain things, but I'm gonna try to throw my sense in. You're not pushing buttons in between the stand light punch and the mix-ups, and in MK, that's because the mix-ups comes from strings, which you can't do anything about outside of flawless block. But in this game, committing to a mix-up like that leaves a gap in between the jab and the mix-up. So if you want to be throwing out an invincible move or something in that point, you don't even have to try to block it. You can just hit her anyway.
I don't know if that's the
Light
best
bomber
advice against what I was specifically doing, just because light punch into overhead is a 2-frame guy.
No, you can bomb her out of that heck and easy.
You can bomb her out of that, yeah. Pretty easy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can buffer it, but like...
I would advise against jabbing or doing anything else. But if you're using an invincible move, because both of your characters have DPs, you don't even have to try to block it.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get you to the corner, I'm gonna do a low throw mix on you. Your job is just to kill me. Go ahead and play normally. But like, I wanna see if you can do a low throw mix ups. To the corner. Use a bomber assist. You're push blocking really well. I'm not even getting a chance to do it.
is time for Crank to get great.
I mean, I'm specifically trying to do one thing, so I'm like usually not doing that. But also, yes.
Can also talk about this. If you're... I see that... Oh, it's butchered!
Oh, no.
I'm so happy!
I can see why they're banished now.
I was gonna say something, I forgot what it was.
Pictures made you too happy.
Okay, here's another thing in this game that doesn't work the same as MK. In MK, you're forced to tech the grabs, and it sucks because every grab's a 50-50, and I hate it. In this game, you don't actually have to react to throws by teching them. Jumping will beat throws every time. So if you're not too confident in teching throws, but you know they're going to throw again, you don't... Yeah, there you go. Look, you're good!
Albeit, that does mean that you were listening to the stream while you were playing. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be watching the mods afterwards.
It's also possible they already knew and just... I'm just talking to a brick. I don't know why I'm talking to a brick, but I am.
And confirm and brick.
Bricks are cool, alright?
Oh, I messed up. I should eat brick first.
Boys.
Good kill. Good stuff. Okay, so you weren't able to deal with throws until Penny told you, so that implies that you weren't super familiar with how low throws work, but you still seem to be dealing with it really well. So you're down backing a lot, which is good. It's good fighting game fundamentals. It's good anime fighter fundamentals, specifically. And low throws, how it works is you can't tech a throw while you are down backing, because how it works is you can only tech a throw by being able to input throw itself. If you try holding down back in neutral and then just pressing throw, you'll realize throw will never come out. And that's why you can't tech a throw while you're down backing. So you have to be standing to throw, and that's why low throw is a universal mix-up. It's like good against everybody. You can jump, it's specifically neutral jumping, to escape throws. If you down back, or I mean up back, then you can get caught by pre-block from lows, and so that's why low throws are kind of tricky to deal with. There's a link I can provide about that, but honestly, you don't need to worry about it too much. Just kind of avoid, there's lots of ways to avoid throws, and if you need more details on how that works, go ahead and reach out to us on the Discord, but you seem to have the basic idea there, so you're doing pretty good so far. Armor, I guess, is next. This is my favorite one. I can do this.
Yeah, you show that cherry's boss. Here's another fun fact about Skullgirls that I'm not sure if you're aware of. Sweeps break armor. Not exactly useful here, because he's in your face, but, you know, something to note, I guess.
Is an option.
Combo. That's unfortunate.
Good.
Yeah, we definitely got fucking punished down. I think a lot of times getting hit by the brassiers just dropped combos.
Okay, so there's a couple of things. So yeah, there were a lot of times. So you need to work on your spacing just a tiny bit, and this is more of an intermediate thing. Just because a lot of the times I was hitting you with brass is because you whiffed a punish or something. Basically, pretty much every armored move in the game, as far as I can tell, is exceedingly unsafe. Is there an armored move you can make safe without an assist?
I
don't think so.
have to think. Oh, you know,
Jumping
beat
hard
extend, my
punching.
favorite armor move.
Oh, wait, what's up?
Beat extend's my favorite armor move.
Heavy beat extend.
Shut the fuck up. Also, it's not even safe, so that doesn't even work. But basically,
Just, you know,
Yeah, in general, when someone is throwing out a lot of armored moves, that means they're calling you out for pressing a lot of buttons out of pressure, and that is a statement like, hey, I'm willing to use armored moves against you. The way you beat that is lots of things. So grabs beat armored moves, sweeps beat armored moves. Sweeps do not beat hyper armor moves. Snaps beat all armor moves, just like how grabs do. And other stuff is, like, you can also, like, for certain armor moves, especially the ones that hit horizontally, you can chicken block land cancel it, and so you'll be extra plus after it. But you don't even need that. Since all armored moves are minus on block, and I don't know if you know frame data or not, because frame data is usually something I don't talk about until the intermediate bracket, but you seem comfortable enough with fighting games that I feel like I can talk about it. They're all minus on block. So that means just respect it and punish it. It's one of those things where it's like, if you're down backing, if I did anything that's not an armored move, then it's like, yeah, it's kind of a waste of an opportunity that you had. But if you do press a button against an armor move, then you just die, right? Usually. More often than not, it's matchup specific, but like in the corner, for example, against Ban, you will just die. So, careful? The general answer is there are answers against armored moves, and specifically just respect it. Like, block it and get a heavy counter hit.
Both medium and heavy lock and load are -6, so they're mostly safe.
I think the only, like, genuinely safe move is Cerebella's level 3 super. I don't know if you count that.
I wouldn't count that. That one's kind of...
Yeah, that's
but
very...
both her lock and loads are safe as long as you're not fighting Fortune or Philia.
Be back in a second.
I need to do a better job zoning. I'm not doing it.
Put me in, coach.
I mean, I can. But you specifically zone and not actually combo. You do that?
I can try my best. Do I get assist?
No.
Oh.
Alright. I can try one more time, or you can tag in.
I'm back.
Yeah, give me a Peacock game. Let's see if I can do it.
Okay.
I've never played solo Peacock, but...
What is Penny doing?
Penny's playing solo Peacock and zoning against Thought, because Penny's a lot better at zoning than I am.
You need to give me 4 seconds, though.
Okay,
Oh,
Penny will be right back. But hey, sit tight, Thought. There will be one more. Penny will be right back.
I will ban you, Snapple Apple.
Does subbing do anything for this channel? Yes and no. So, well, yes. Well, so okay, we're a non-profit stream. All money from subscriptions and donation money goes straight towards funding and increasing the prize pool tournament. What we do is we do a tournament every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, etc., etc. And the prize pool comes from my pocket. So if you guys donate and subscribe enough, I end up increasing the prize pool proportionately. So like none of it goes to my pocket. But it does help the players and helps the SGC. All that money goes straight back to the players. So, by all means, please subscribe.
Also, you get an emote.
Yeah,
that's the big one.
You do?
You get Crank's face as an
you
emote.
get my face as an emote? Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you set it up. You get you know that one where it's just like you with like you like looking like deep into their soul with like wide eyes. Yeah, that. Like,
yeah, but I don't even. I didn't know that
do...
worked because like I can't even use my own emote. So like, why the heck?
Are you subbed to this channel on your...
Can I sub to my own channel? This is not my account. This is Get Gr8 account.
Wait.
I don't even see my own emote.
You can like unlock it.
Oh wait, never mind. I do.
Yeah.
I lied.
Yeah, look at that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, fucking the think. You can modify it to give it the thinking hand.
It's so good.
And that's the main reason why you sub to the channel.
I thought you were about to mix. I was just like, Penny, no.
I had to hold myself back.
but with like the running towards them thing.
Yeah. All things
We're
considered,
zoning, Penny.
Banish
That's all
Squad is
you
actually
did.
doing a really good job at zoning. Yeah, like, okay, so the main idea against zoning is you don't let them get away once you're on them, but on top of that, you, like, take advantage of all the gaps, and you take advantage of your double jump and air dash to be able to close the gap, and then you just never let them escape. Like, you were doing that really, really well against me, and you seem to be doing okay against Penny. Like, I mean, obviously Penny's, like, only specifically trying to zone, and Peacock's really, really annoying to deal with when she starts mixing in all the other stuff I was talking about. But you seem to be okay with all of these concepts. So you seem pretty good with, like, fundamental fighting game ideas. Based on that, I say just get consistent with your B&Bs. Like, that's the only thing waiting. Your general sense of neutral is there. Your general fundamentals and, like, blocking and stuff seems to be there. Just play the game, practice converting off of your hit confirms, and get your B&B down. As like I said before, my general recommendation is being able to do your B&B 10 times in a row in both directions. If you want to go ham, be able to do it on all characters / all character weights. But yeah, so like basically when you're able to do your B&B consistently, you're ready to go to intermediate. You definitely got all your other fundamentals down.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Good stuff though.
See me in MKX.
Another good MK.
Yeah, they don't even play MKX.
I installed it again last night. I missed that game. It's so fun.
So we got Bit Fun Bite versus your local dunce up next.
Yeah. Your local dunce is ready to go. They're paying attention. They've been on top of the matches more than I have. That's pretty good.
Paying too much attention, if I say so.
Give bite. All right, we're good to go.
What the fuck is a terrified fucking mouse or hamster or whatever? Like, what the fuck is that
What are you talking
picture? Like their profile picture. I don't know if
Oh,
you
for
can
Bit
see
and
it.
Bite?
Like, yeah.
I can't see it. It didn't load.
So is that human Fluttershy for your local dance? I can't tell.
That's what it looks like. That's what I always thought it was. Yeah, GG's. Good stuff. Make sure you go back and watch the VODs. We did talk about a lot of stuff about your fundamentals, but a lot of it was just pretty much complimenting your fundamentals. So
Yeah,
at this point, just get consistent with your B&B and you're good to go.
Oh, you can convert up that if you hit them in the air like that.
Yeah, we got Acid Trip Double here.
I hate this color.
What does it look like to you?
I mean, it's still a nightmare to the eyes. I just don't think I see as many colors as other people.
It's not as bad as
They're just slower for me.
I don't know why they made a double color. It just transitions between black and gray over and over again.
He just keeps going from gray to gray.
Everybody says gay rights.
No, I don't.
You're banned.
I don't say it. I believe it.
You feel it in your bones.
I feel it. There's a difference. It's more important when you feel it.
Gotta focus on your fundamentals, Sam. You can't focus on feeling it without learning how to say it first.
And back in my day, intermediates or beginners weren't this good. I'm excited.
I know, right? It's kind of scary.
I'm
Everyone's
happy
coming from
back.
other fighting games, which is a good thing. It's strictly an awesome good thing, but like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like that looks like normal pressure. Here we go.
Very confirmed.
What can we say about this matchup except just get better at the game? There you go, done.
Did I see the Beginner Academy tourney last week? You mean the one hosted by Sage? I skimmed through it. I forgot who tweeted about it. I saw somebody post a video. I think it might have been Jupiter who posted a video or posted a link about it somewhere. I was just like, oh, sweet, I'm gonna watch this. And then I watched like a few videos and then skimmed through, and I'm like, all right, this is cool, I guess. I'm kind of happy it's happening.
So,
I'm assuming that was a misinput.
yeah. You know what I think they did? I think they thought they were Phillies just for a moment there and tried to do Gregor because I think it's the same input.
Don't you know how happy I am seeing his facing Parasilda?
You almost tripped him
You can actually cancel that with Lady Egret and then just run up and do whatever you want.
out. But the most of the chip damage comes from her umbrella, right? So like, if
Yeah,
your girl was
if it's not gonna, like, if you thought it was gonna chip, fair enough. But if you know it's not gonna chip, run up and do some junk.
yeah, for sure.
Nah, it's not human Fluttershy, but it looks very similar. They've got watermelon hair.
Yeah, I actually had to delete like 8,000 replays twice over at this point. It's That number is a little misleading. It is not just 690.
So I'm afraid to enable replays.
But
It's
it is
also
a
really
nice
cool.
replay, so it is.
I want to get back to 6969. That was optimal. And I gotta stop playing Skullgirls after that. Alright, pillar.
We're retiring the stream when we get to 6969.
Yeah. Crank gets 1 vacation day every 6969 replays.
And by like retire the stream, we mean like it's another person that streams it with replays on,
420,
but the same
69,
people are here.
Penny does it now.
We got points? That's optimal.
Yeah.
That's not optimal. You probably don't want
That
to be
belongs in the
doing...
advanced bracket, I don't know.
Oops. Still some combo drops, unfortunately.
I think even more so than what I said to the last person, I think you two are like ready for intermediate. You just gotta get consistent with your combos. See, like combos are important, yo. Okay, so okay, you don't push block there, right? Because you land cancel it. Like that's the correct answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you were on the ground, make sure you push block it. You're minus more if you don't push block it, so it's always valuable to push block it. But you land canceled it specifically, like you were in the air when you blocked it, which made it better for you to not push block.
Scariest part of that super is if you don't push block it, you have to take a grab next.
Yeah.
Push block it, she can't grab you, which is heckin' nice. And if she tries, you can kill her. Yeah!
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
So, alright, let's go back up. So, smart round start decisions. Interesting call on the pillar assist, but does stuff in approach. Get him low.
I could probably talk again about what buttons you can be pushing in neutral that are really good.
Go for it.
If you're double, her crouch hard punch is ridiculous with how far it goes, and you can cancel it into gun.
So dumb.
Yeah, it's really stupid. And canceling it in gun means it's completely safe, even though there's a hitbox on your crouch hard punch, but when you use gun, it just kind of leaves, so it's whatever. If you're Bella, her jump medium punch is probably the dumbest button in this game. It's really... If you've never looked up the hitbox for Bella's jump medium punch,
It's a
don't
treat.
save yourself the nightmares.
Yeah. If I was a Bella player,
Harrison
I'd
doesn't-
just have a giant poster of that and just leave it in my room.
Oh yeah, that'd be my wallpaper. Fuko, I'll say again, jump light punch is her god button. Parasol doesn't really have a single god button, because they're all god buttons.
Yeah, they're all disjointed. Except against Squiggly.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Characters, do we got a snap?
You know the double snap. That's enough.
Almost. Okay. So, Bit Van Bite, like, while you were practicing your B&Bs, if you need to change things up or freshen up a little bit on something, you can start learning a couple of intermediate things, and go into learning a double snap. That applies to both people. I mean, obviously, I don't know the local downside of double snap, but your local downs, you've been around long enough that you probably know what a double snap is. But both of you guys should be, like, starting to pick up intermediate things. You're, like, right there on the cusp of going into intermediate. Just gotta be more consistent with your B&Bs and be able to finish your combos. Finish your combos! Don't end up like Cloud at Combo Breaker 2019, and also CEO Taco 2019.
Also, for reference, a double snap is when you use the snap on point character and their assist. And then the assist, when you do the double snap combo to the assist, they just die. So you can just kill a character from full health. I don't want to get too into the specifics of how it works, but you just get to kill a character for free.
Yeah. We'll talk about... If this was intermediate bracket, which it almost is, I definitely would, like, happily start explaining how double snaps work mechanically, like, in depth. There's no reason for it right now. Just kind of check out how it works and check out how other
Just
people
kill
use it. Yeah, just kill him.
Yeah. Does Beowulf have a run start combo that carries both characters to the corner? I would be surprised if he didn't. It's probably some jump medium kick, jump hard punch, re-jump stuff. There's no way that doesn't go to the corner.
I mean, he also can just kind of stagger you into a grab and then get the wall splat.
Can you? I don't think the stagger keeps the assist in though.
Oh, you mean with both characters, right?
Yeah.
Spaced out.
You'd have to confirm the crouch hard punch and then do the re-jump stuff. I'm assuming. I missed the bomber. That's unfortunate. Also, just because I have to talk about it here, the other double god button is her monster super, because doubles a zoner now.
Yeah. There's a thing
You
called
should never
monster
be afraid.
jail. You'll hear me talk about it a lot in intermediate. But basically, when your opponent is like in the corner or in a knockdown state, just backdash, set up, use monster super, and then walk backwards a little bit and just keep them in Luger, because they literally physically cannot approach you for like what 30 seconds, 20 seconds.
Yeah. Hey, even in neutral, don't be afraid to do it. Just sit behind a monster and shoot some guns.
Yeah.
If they decide to approach you, you get so much off of it.
You got 5 meters, done. There you go. That's what you gotta do.
Don't ever be afraid to throw out Parasol level 3. It doesn't... You can't whiff punish it because she can cancel it.
Yeah.
It's safe on block because she can cancel it.
And for your local dunce, I mean, you probably already know this, but make sure you're buffering charge whenever you use level 3. So you, at any moment you go into Elite Grid.
Just always... To ABC. Always be charging. Even when Parasol does stand hard kick combos, she's still charging because you don't do stand hard kick with a neutral stick. You do it with up back.
Roll camera and let's rock.
I do like that Bateman Bite knows how to infuriate players with jumping hard punch. It's so annoying to deal with. You can convert
And
off
possibly
that, can't you?
more annoying is jump medium kick. That button's also stupid.
Also true.
They block a heckin' jump medium kick and you get 5 different mixed spots.
I guess that's one way to convert off of it.
Yeah, it works. You could probably BFF too and get a combo. And by probably I mean do that.
Just do it. Just
Yeah.
do it. Oh.
Unfortunate. The idea was there. Those guys who don't know, when you're a solo character, I mentioned this before, but when you're a solo character and you snap, you get 60% of your red life back, but if you get snapped as a solo character, then you lose all that red health and you lose the ability to, like, you know, heal it back. It's the only way a solo character can heal, unlike teams that can just tag out and stuff like that. So, red health management is extremely important. It is a very, very important way to use your meter. That means your local dunce, what I'm trying to say is you should be trying to look for an opportunity to snap.
You can't kill there, so that would have been a good snap spot.
Yep.
I think after I master Philia, I'll go straight to learning Pain Wheel. That's a masochist decision. But Skullgirls is a masochist game, so, you know, go for it.
Yeah. Playing Skullgirls is self-punishment, so, like, you're pretty much set for that.
Might as well go all the way.
Yeah.
That and Squiggly are the two masochist ones, I'd say.
So why was she my first character?
She was my first character, too. I just gave up.
Yeah, but you were smart enough to, like, leave. Like, you knew how to escape.
I didn't want to. I was upset about it.
Alright, that was good stuff. Was that 5 games? And that felt fast for
Yes,
5 games.
it was
But, I mean, that was
fast.
also some pretty clean play compared to the Street Fighter we were seeing before. That was...
It's
This is scary.
it's-
People are getting too good at this game.
I know.
It's new controller versus Hard Light Blacksmith next.
Yeah, I believe that's Snapple. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure new controller is Snapple.
No, it's new controller, because why would you sign up with the exact same name that you have to make it easier for the streamers? I don't know why you wouldn't do that.
This is why you're banned from tournaments, Sam.
Also say that
What?
Squiggly Philia have really, really good synergy together. Because Philia with Cremation Assist is terrifying. And at any point you can do Gregor into SBO and just have them blocking.
I like literally genuinely braced myself to hear you say that because they're cute together. Like, I was so sure that's what you were gonna say.
You're not wrong, but I don't know the Skullgirls lore. I can't ship anyone.
Hold on.
They're
so
actually
you
probably
think
the
together?
only friends, I think, throughout the entire story. They're the only
Philia
two people
and,
that become friends in the entire game, I think.
Philia and Painwheel?
No, Philia... Well, Philia and Painwheel were friends in the past. Like, you don't...
Yeah.
Like, maybe in Philia's End you can consider it, like, they became friends again, but it's, like, not very clear. But, like, literally,
Yeah.
as a part of the story, like, a part of Squiggly's lore, is that she meets Philia and they team up.
Yeah.
I mean, Robo Fortune sucks, but at least in my opinion, she's one of the most fun characters to play still. Something better satisfying. It's probably the Guilty Gear in her.
So
The Guilty Gear
Cerebell
in
and...
The Guilty Gear in Robo.
In Robo.
Also, Cerebella and Miss Fortune are quite good friends. Nothing bad ever happens.
Oh, okay. You're on that side now. Surprise.
What do you mean, Doctor? I'm okay. Everything's fine.
Oh my god, nice use of the grab. So those guys don't know, throughout an entire grab animation, you're actually completely invulnerable. So it's a really, really funny way to escape annoying pressure. Of course, grabbing on wake up is extremely dangerous for reasons I will not explain until intermediate. We're still in beginner.
But I'm still gonna say don't do it.
When you said there's the Guilty Gear in Robo, like I literally made a song in my head based on like a 70s cartoon. Now it's stuck there.
I have like 2,000 hours on this game, and I've never even played story mode. It's a problem. I don't know any of the lore.
You meant to
not
like people to
missing
go
out on
these
much.
two are gay together.
I just assumed that Parasol and Eliza are gay.
Pretty
That's
sure.
all I need.
You could see Eliza being gay.
It's the best fighting game lore you're probably gonna ever find, but it's still fighting
You're
game
telling me
lore.
that Parasol doesn't have gay energy?
She could have gay energy, just not as much as Eliza could.
But she has
Nah,
it.
she's too much of a Karen. Like she's too much of like a, you know what I mean? Like she's way too much of a Karen. Like she's like, she's the kind of person who asks for the manager.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, no, I get what you mean.
I don't know, I always assume Parasol is like when you know when two girls make out and one of them shoves the other one against the wall like lesbians do, you know?
that's more Eliza's style, I think.
I can
That's
see
the
Parasol
problem.
doing it though.
Nah,
Parasol is the manager.
Parasol is the manager.
Eliza's too old to be straight. I'm just trying to make the time alive. You get too old to be straight.
It's the
That's true.
Einstein's theory of
Straight is
relative
boring.
gayness. It's just like as time progresses, everyone eventually concedes to gay.
Like, I'll just hear like my nanny wake up and she just goes, "Women are."
Shortly after that, it was proved by Newton, who said energy's not created or destroyed; it's just gay.
Also, if you want to watch the VOD review, Hard Light Blacksmith and new controller so that you can see like the epitome of gay energy. There you go. That's what your VOD is now.
I'm trying to give
We
advice,
spent the
but this
entire
is
first
actually
half
fun.
like talking about this stuff, but like literally nothing needs to be said other than the same stuff
Yeah.
we've been saying for the last two sets. Just gotta get consistent
Yeah.
with your combos. That's all that's left. And you guys are almost there. You guys are almost
this is
consistent with your
focused.
combos too.
This
Other
is
than
cool.
playing, get more comfortable with reset points and doing them, like this is Skullgirls.
Yeah. The only thing I guess I would otherwise say is I know Snapple's on a new controller, but their neutral's all there. So like even Snapple has even extra justification on like why they're not finishing their combos.
But Hardlight's also having trouble getting out of this and getting in.
Like, but I'm seeing like way too many early resets and things like that. You guys, like, if you want me to go into a little bit more detail, you see that green bar under your guys' health bar? Well, I mean, right now it's black, and that's the problem. Normally, as you do a longer and longer combo, it fills up with green goo. And I would go into more detail about how that green goo works mathematically, but it's not important right now. The idea is if you're going to go for a reset, you want to fill it with more green goo, because after you reset, that green goo goes down, right? So in order to manage that green goo and stopping it from maxing out, you want to do resets. But if there's no green goo building up in the first place, there's no reason to do reset. By the way, that green goo has a name called Undizzy. If anyone ever throws around the term Undizzy system, that's what it is.
That's green goo.
It's Mountain Dew.
Also, if you see the other meter next to your portrait, if you have a lot of that, you should kill them instead of resetting. Probably.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That one's quite good. Well, you play Squiggle, you don't have that to kill people.
Yeah, it's.
You have to have that.
I just pretend it's not there because it's not.
Yeah.
If it, my max meter is green.
Yeah. I mean, I get that feel because I call butchers every 4 seconds.
I wonder how different Butcher's Assist would be if you were required to have a minimum of 1 meter before you can call segment out.
Oh, it'd be different for sure. I'm surprised you can call it when you don't have meter. I don't know why that's a thing.
I don't know either. I don't know why the assist is a thing to begin with.
So that's an Eliza mechanic. You don't need a minimum amount of meter to use it. It just consumes an X amount of meter if it's there.
I just assumed that assist-wise, that was the trade-off because that's a good assist.
It also is the only specials. They're the only specials in the game that don't build meter. I think.
It don't matter. Parasol's too much of a battery anyway. I'd always have it anyway. 2 shots every 4 seconds, and also napalm shots.
Wall bounce. You did not use OTG to convert. After the wall bounce, you can just kind of use crouching light kick or standing light kick, or sometimes even other moves. Just do it and convert. You also even go into Silver Cord if you have charge against very specific characters, and without charge against specific characters like Band, and I've heard double, but I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
Wait, are you talking about throwing Silver Cord?
Yeah.
It also works on Eliza and Bayo.
I still don't believe that. I could easily try this out, but instead I'll sit here and denial.
Understandable.
And props to Snapple, actually. I'm actually not regardless of the controller. Like, they've been improving very, very quickly. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Snapple's been doing really, really good. Like, you can at least see it in their neutral. Like, they seem to have a good sense of this game. It's awesome.
Turns out it's not Snapple, it's like just a guy called like new controller.
God, they're gonna watch the first half of this VOD and they're just gonna be like, did they just talk about gays the entire time? Unfortunately,
Yeah.
It's not bad, really.
That's the introduction that you need.
That's the Get Gr8 guarantee.
Yeah. It's like, can you guys do it again? Is it more next time?
You'll
Why'd you
get
start talking
your
about Skullgirls,
gay
too?
in your Get Gr8s no matter what.
Gay.
Okay, so Airwolf to get out of pressure works against, it's a skill check, so you can use it against beginners or like intermediates, but anyone that knows what they're doing knows how to punish that. Unfortunately, not many people know what they're doing. So because of that, you're going to be able to get away with Airwolf all the goddamn time. But Painwheel included, everyone has a way to punish an Airwolf out of pressure. Not out of pressure, but in
Get a
neutral.
command for that video. We talk about it a lot.
Can you find the link for it? Because I actually don't know what it is.
Beowulfs and all the like everybody that watches Get Gr8 that's a Beowulf meme is just like, yeah, we're not playing this ever again. You've destroyed our secrets.
There's another video we talk about a lot that I wanted to link to, and I don't remember what it is. Oh yeah, the Daisy. If you also happen to find how to beat Daisy with everything, every character, let me know.
I don't know if I've ever seen a video about that.
Someone made it when there was a thread for like 3 days on Skullheart. I don't remember where it is now. They also did one for Beam Super, like, or not Beam Super. Peacock's Super. Argus Agony.
That's cool.
There's a way to do it with every character, which is just hold crouch, and hopefully the RNG decides it just goes all completely over you.
No.
Have you actually ever seen that video?
Yeah, I mean, no, actually, I haven't seen the video. Like where it just kind of goes entirely over them.
Yeah, like they do it from full screen, and it's just, you know, like because like the Argus shots are like random. It was doing it from the exact same point at the very top constantly, the entire super. And the other person probably couldn't do anything because if they tried to, they'd probably get hit. So they still had to hold it in case the RNG decided to shoot them like downwards, but it just shot over them the whole time.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
I found this one. I'll post it if anyone's interested. It's Crouch Hard Punch Airwolf punishes. But a lot of those work anyway.
I wonder why everyone calls it Airwolf instead of Wolf or Blitzer Super. Like
Airwolf, the actual name for it?
Something like that. It might be short for this
I've
actual name. But like, he has a move called Blitzer, and everyone calls it Blitz or Blitzer. And no one calls it Blitz Super. Airwolf is its real name? Oh, okay. How often do people call things by their real name? Gotta be
very, very rarely.
Yeah, right?
Draco?
Draco specifically does it incorrectly, though.
Oh, okay, that is not real. You can tell by either using sound on which way the car is coming from or watching the dust on the ground.
Yeah. The dust on the
That'll tell you which
ground
direction
is kind of like a big arrow. Like, the small part of the dust is the direction that it's gonna come from.
Kind of a funny mix up in quotation marks.
Wait, Catalyte Lives? It's called.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah, satellite lives because they're satellites, but they're cats.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do you mean they're satellites?
They're satellites. Unless we're talking about the double catellite, the double cat heads, then I don't get it. I thought they were referring.
Doubles.
Okay, I thought they were
Monster's
referring
called
to.
Beast of Johanna. I know that.
I thought
Car is called Car.
I thought the catellite lives were talking about like robos, like heads that she summons, because that makes sense to
I
call
think
them
they're
catellite.
Okay, well played. Hardlight Blacksmith, I mean, this applies to you more than... Or, I mean, like, not more than anybody else, but, like, this applies to, like, what the reason you might have struggled a little bit is, again, because your consistency converting off of things. You never finish a combo. Finish your combos. When you did get ahead, like, I still barely saw you fill up the Undizzy bar. I never saw the combo counter go over, like, 10, maybe 15. I wasn't paying 100% attention, so I can't tell you that number for sure. But, like, my point is that you really, really just gotta grind out the B&Bs. And I know it's work, and I know it's not fun sometimes. A lot of people disagree. Like, I personally like grinding the combos a lot. But, like, just when you're watching a YouTube video, pull up Skullgirls on the side, start grinding your combos. Get it consistent. Gotta get that into your fingers.
Could
you please post the lobby link in chat? Why, of course.
Thank you. Could you please post lobby link in chat?
Why are you doing that, Sam? Why are you such a bull?
Because it said cranky, and I don't know why, but it made me go, oh.
Ooh.
Oh, cranky. Cranky, son.
Ooh. Alright. It's
I
time.
just zoned out. What did I come back to?
So,
You ruined, Penny. You want to join?
No.
So this is interesting. Because Dry Eyes versus Doc is like a really classic matchup. It's Bayo Band versus Solo Band. And is what it used to be. At this point, both of them have added on a character. And I don't think they've, like... I don't know if they've fought since they've added on a character. Like, Dry Eyes added on Eliza, and Doc added on Peacock. I love, like, good ooh voices. It's so fucking cute.
What's in
I can talk about Peacock. I've been learning her for like a week. And by a week, I mean like 2 days.
mean, you've been
Still
doing your
working on
combos
that.
off, on and off for like a minute. Like, it's been like a couple of years.
Yeah, but actually learning how to neutral with her. I've been working on that pretty hard the last few days. I'm gonna do it.
How do you... You need to talk to me about that sometime. Like, how do you just kind of be
Hey.
like, I'm going to learn to neutral with this character? Like, that's not like a task you set out to do, as far as I know.
A lot of it's recordings on the AI. Because I know how certain characters want to move around the screen and get in and options.
See, this is where being good ends up being a benefit to you.
But I'm not.
Eyes and
Just have-
slander. Also, I just have a question, Crane, because I was looking at the what do you call it, the site, like the matchups and everything. Why is keeping in cage stock like not against each other?
To go?
Why? Because they are drastically different in skill, as far as I understand. I could be wrong about that, because I haven't actually seen the second one play. But, like, based on what I know and based on the numbers I see, it would just not be a good even matchup.
That's just not even. Okay.
Alright, so here's the thing about both these characters, especially when you're both running A-Train assist, neither of these characters need to jump. Like, I know Eliza's like an IAD character in jump, Bayo's got jump hard punch, but Bayo's hard punch chair normals are absolutely ridiculous. Eliza has the best anti-air button in the game and some pretty big other buttons. Like, neither of you need to be jumping in neutral right now.
If you ever say bork to me again, Dunce, that's a ban.
They did the chair thing.
I'll allow it to pass this time.
Actually, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, maybe I should just let them fight each other.
Oh, if you're gonna do that, Doctor, hold an item. Hold H item, before you do Argus. And then let go of the item after Argus ends, and you can teleport and get a free conversion. It's, like, really easy.
Or if you want a meter dump, you can go into... after item drop, you can go into Lenny and then Beam Super again, I think, right? After H item.
If it's a hard enough item, yeah. I think. I don't know if level 2 will do it. I know level 3 will do it.
Unless, of course, you get, what do you call it? Road Roller, in which case you can just do it again.
Holding the item is Peacock's best. That's the best thing about her
It's
character.
single-handedly the reason Peacock is just obscenely broken. Like, she gets so much because of the item drop. That move is dumb. The
really
fact that you
is.
can do
If
that
you-
as a zoner is so dumb.
I'll always say the way you play Peacock is you make them block something like call an assist or some junk, hold M item, and then monkey the heck out because they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You're not a true Peacock player unless you have a held M item and you just run at their face. Some people get like scared too, so they like up back and you just get to run under them and like run out of the corner and it's great. Also, Doctor's doing a good job of this. Dry Trap, you probably want to be doing it. When you see a whiff A-Train call assist like that, you want to be tagging band so that the assist is on a low height of cooldown.
Yeah. So how assist, in case you guys don't know, which I mean I assume both of you guys know at this point, but how assist cooldown works is that like the cooldown is significantly lower unless you actually tap them once, and they can't be armoring through it. Like if they have to get hit, and then based on that, the cooldown for when they can call the assist again will increase. That's why counter calling assist is so obvious. On top of that, the cooldown timer doesn't actually start until they leave the screen. So if you hit them with like a sweep or something and put them into a knockdown state and make them bounce a couple of times, or put them into a crumple or something like that, that's even better. But of course, that's usually more risky. But if you have a counter call assist that does that, that's even better.
You can also tell when they're when you can call your assist based on the little red and green lights just beside your super number.
Yeah, I forgot who it was.
meter
I think it was
number.
Josh B or somebody, but like somebody who had played the game a lot didn't know that, and I was really surprised.
Yeah, because it's such a weird detail, so it is, but it's really cool.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
it's
that.
very subtle.
I just like did it by feel.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
That's how I do.
Yeah.
That's how I do OTG too. I literally never noticed the OTG colors. I just
Neither
imagine
did
it
I.
in my head.
Like the little burst of color that happens when the OTG happens. Yeah, I've never noticed that.
You mean like purple or blue? I use that a lot too.
Yeah.
I use
purple. The same.
Like I use purple and blue a lot, and I also started using the lights a lot, just because it's so hard to tell whether Robo actually, like the beam assist actually hit them before I got a combo started. And that kind of determines whether I can go the A-Train route or not. So it's a little weird.
Like, there's a lot of detail that I never you wouldn't notice unless you looked at it, like the lights and everything and the little colors and everything. But it's really nice once you see it.
I'm gonna once again throw out. Nobody on either team really needs to be jumping that much. In this matchup, normally I'd be like jump the heck around because it's Skullgirls, but in this matchup specifically, jumping does nothing but hurt you.
Oh yeah, that's also a nice. Yeah, that's a nice point from Jupiter as well. So it is.
The only thing that I feel like it's missing from any modern fighting game is like resource UI. Like as Squiggly, I can't tell if I have punch charge or tail charge, or if it got burnt away when I got a counter hit or something like that. Same way, it's like you have to memorize how much taunt you have with Beowulf, but honestly, it doesn't matter because Beowulf kills you so fast that you don't really need to keep track.
Finally, the wolf has come back to Canopolis.
All it needs to do, Crank, is just whenever Squiggly gets charged, her eye does the little glint from Smash Brothers.
Because of the sands blue.
The sands, what? Sorry, the blue eye. The music changes, it just starts going da da da.
Perfect. That's what she sings. That's not it. That's
version
unfortunate.
of
Punish.
You can punish that with Horus, and if he's close enough, stand medium punch. But Horus is
I was gonna say
consistent.
standing medium punch. They were where else were they gonna go? They were just kind of stuck in the corner.
Yeah.
So, Eliza's DP. I mean, this is not advice you. I don't fucking know if you need this advice or not. But Eliza's DP is generally considered bad. But the thing about it is that it forces a specific zone to be hers. It's like the dead man zone. Like you can't approach within that region. That region isn't particularly good, but it's still valuable. So when you were jumping in to try and save your band assist call and ended up getting hit with Eliza, that's the kind of situation you want to use HDP, because that wall of space in front of you that you would have created would have been enough to punish Beowulf and also save health on band and also not get hit.
Yeah, her DP sucks as a DP, but as a spacing tool, HDP is ridiculous.
Yeah. Also projectiles, so fuck that.
Yeah. You haven't lived unless you've had a Bella round start reflect your HDP.
Can we get someone pay someone on that one website where you give voice actors $2 to do squiggly ASMR that just says you're gonna have a bad time?
And it's just a remixed version of her doing center stage just to sound like fucking Megalovini.
Yeah. It's like in Guilty Gear, so Hatred Install is based on Dragon Install from Guilty Gear, and whenever you did Dragon Install, they would change the song to be a Soul Bad Guy's theme. It would be super hype and all that stuff. Yeah. They should when you have both charges, you just and maybe even add in taunt. If you have both charges and taunt, you should just play Megalovania for Squiggly, obviously.
I like that in Crop Tag, whenever Yang got Semblance, it started playing her theme. It just went, I burn!
Wow, that was the perfect time for your audio quality to drop.
Did it drop? Too strong for my audio.
And Sam says he loves that, and then I started playing Yang.
Yeah. No, I like
dreaded
the detail. I appreciate the detail. I don't like the gameplay.
I still think Cross Tag is mad fun. But not as fun as Skullgirls.
There's assist in it.
I mean, not really.
Yeah, there's.
It's less assists the more you just play both characters at once.
Yeah, double lawn assist. There you go, done.
Yeah, I missed the Peacock sound glitch. That was great.
I want it to be a chance thing. I want it to be a really low chance that it will just happen.
Man, I heckin' love Cross Tag. That game's so fun. I thought it sucked until I learned how to use cross combo stuff, and then it's one of the most fun fighting games I've played. We're so jumpy.
They're big bands. They like to jump.
Oh my god. That was some Merry Christmas territory right there.
Hey, remember the uncombo jump? That was cool.
Uncombo?
Yeah,
Hey.
you'd be doing a combo at the point in the assist, but the combo would be so specific that the point character would still be in a combo, but the assist character would fall off and then fall back in, so the scaling reset.
Okay. Wait,
can
to
kill
the
it.
main character?
The main character's in a combo the whole time,
Yeah.
but the assist
like-
falls out and then falls back in.
But I mean, like you said, it resets like the damage.
Scaling.
So, yeah, the
It resets the
scaling.
scaling on the assist, so
On
that
the
you can do a
assist,
combo and just touch the death there assist.
That's fucking funny.
It's dumb, but the idea of it is really cool.
I like it without context. In context, it was basically something that Mike Z knew about and then just didn't tell anybody, and then patched
Yeah.
out as soon as he used it in tournament. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. If you ever look at Bella's frame data and hitboxes, you're like, come on, Mikey, what are you doing?
I love the idea that like Mike is just like, this is my game. I'll just change it when I want.
It's not entirely wrong.
Yeah. I can't.
I mean, it needed to go. It was pretty stupid. Like, to be able to get a meterless kill on a character, like, that was functionally a double snap.
It was stupid.
A meterless
But it was so
kill
cool
stupid.
mechanically.
It did look really cool. And then people found out how to do it with like 5 other characters, and Mike's like, never mind. I don't want this.
Yeah. I never learned one. I don't think I was really labbing at that time.
I learned bands, but now I don't remember it. Like, I honestly have no recollection of it, but I do remember learning it.
And the SSJ thing. It's, by the way, really hard to say things about this other than stop jumping. Because this is just Skullgirls.
Good old Skullgirls. This is
I could-
great now.
I mean, we're
I'm
trying
gonna-
like, we've mentioned stuff about Eliza, we mentioned stuff
Yeah.
like here and there. So we apologize if we're not constantly talking about stuff, but like for the most part, you guys are playing fine.
I'm gonna put this out on stream too, because I'm looking to start doing it again. But I do a thing where I like, if you send me replays or games, I will
DP.
go through it like frame by frame and go very specific. Like this button covers this zone, like stuff that you don't have time to talk about on Get Gr8 because you're watching it live.
So in that
if you guys are
situation,
interested-
after you parried, you actually wanted to do HDP because, well, specifically because you did the OTG list route anyways. If you're gonna do the OTG list route, there's no reason not to throw in the DP for extra damage.
I like the idea of just like kind of doing a frame by frame. There's like a frame where like Parasol smiles, she pauses it, like saying, "Go, okay, on this frame you can see Parasol smiling, and that's gay."
Yeah, that's very good.
And that's just optimal, to be honest.
I have one on my YouTube right now. I think it's like 40-something minutes. But I enjoy it. Oh, no, it's not 40 minutes, it's 2 hours.
Oh shit.
What's for 2 hours?
The last time I did a VOD review, it
Yeah.
was 3 people sent things in, and it was 2 hours of me talking about Skullgirls.
I can dig it.
I just make your eyes bleed all the more reason to do it.
All right, I think we have. Well, we had
Two
2 more
more.
matchups, but I think I'm just kind of tempted to cave in and let Kubi fight Kui stock. I think, because I don't know how this match is gonna go. We'll determine in the future if we need to split it up. Kubi versus Kui stock. We're just gonna do it. Gonna fucking do it. Let's go. I believe in y'all.
So I like how you're saying like it's so long to do and everything, but like as far as I'm aware, your work it just gives you time.
It depends on the day.
Yeah. Strip off the band-aid. Yeah, let's just do it. Both K's, get them in here. K stock, I appreciate the picture. It's a good time.
in other completely non-related news, I'm ordering dinner right now,
Nice.
and I'm very tempted to get a BLT,
Okay.
but I hate tomatoes.
Okay. Ask for no tomatoes then. Done. Get a
That's
BL.
just but I want a BLT, you know?
We'll get a BL and ask for the lack of T.
I don't know what's going on in my brain.
Get a BL minus T.
What even is that?
It's bacon, lettuce, no tomatoes.
With
Negative
BLT
tomato.
minus T, and so it's like making the crying face. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you at, QB? Yeah, it's your turn. Get in here. Let's go!
QB versus K-Star.
See, people understand. Tomatoes are the worst. I mean, that's not true. Tomatoes are the second worst. The worst is actually cucumbers. But after that, tomatoes are the worst.
Fuck you! I love cucumbers!
Oh, eat a
Well, we
cucumber
always
and
knew that
not-
you had bad taste, Sam.
I eat raw cucumbers. Like, just fucking bite into them. They're great.
Okay, no, Dry Trap, honestly, one of Band's best teams is point banned with Carpenter's Assist.
Yeah.
That is so
Pleasure made that
stupid.
popular.
It does way too much damage. The mix is disgusting. It's so... Carpenter's is just an objectively better Butcher's, also. I'm just lazy, so I'm not running it.
Yeah, so Carpenter's Axe, like running Carpenter's Axe assist on your team will be perfect. Still waiting on Cube. Oh, you still need a link. Never mind. Thanks, Local Dents. I appreciate it.
What is cherry pepper relish?
You never had cherry peppers before?
No.
They're like,
I don't even think I've had relish before.
like, well, I mean, cherry pepper relish. I'm assuming is just cherry pepper mixed with like a couple of random other stuff to like make it fancy.
I'm gonna get enough. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, like not spicy enough, and it doesn't taste enough like jalapenos to make me happy. But like, it's cool. It's a cool thing that I did not know existed until what's it called? Fuck. Not Jersey Mike's. What's the? There's like a sandwich place that's like everywhere. Jimmy John's. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I'm ordering from Jersey Mike's.
Don't you have Firehouse subs in Virginia? That's like the East Coast like delicacy.
We do, but they don't deliver right now.
Damn. That's
We're doing deliver because last time we ordered, they
Not
were
even
late, so
DoorDash?
we got coupons. No,
Damn.
but we have coupons, so we're doing it.
It's Kubi. Fine. It's time for the two cats to fight each other.
I wish that I could, like, tip the Amazon guy.
You know what
The
you do?
Amazon guy.
I think you can just specifically say to tip them, if I remember correctly at one point.
Yeah, we couldn't find anything.
The Amazon guy?
Yeah, the guy who delivers.
I don't think you can tip them.
Unfortunate.
I think you can only tip them, like, directly. Did you ever see that video of, like, the woman who put out, like, snacks for deliverers?
That's cute.
Like, it's like, because it was, like, during the start of the whole pandemic stuff, and she just had, like, a thing that was just, like, it was just filled with, like, snacks, and, like, this guy comes up, he delivers it, and he's just like, oh, you can hear him, like, through, like, the recording of the webcam, of, like, the door cam, because, you know, for security reasons, and you just hear him, like, pick up a couple, and he's just like, oh, that's so nice, and he starts doing a dance away from the door and everything.
Timing your audio,
What's right?
timing your audio drops?
No,
Because you always do that when you do, like, an impression of something for some reason. And it's
That's
really
it.
funny.
because my voice changes, that's why.
I
No,
thought
like,
Sam's
your
actually
actual
just like
audio-
reeling away from the mic when he's doing an impression.
Yeah, that's probably,
probably what's
why.
happening.
Yeah.
It really sounds like an internet thing, though.
That's
It just
so
sounds like he's
nice.
very quickly losing volume. Like, it does sound like an internet thing, but I think it's just him, like, reeling his head away. Having 1k milligram sodium per sandwich, like, that is I don't know
take
if
that
people
stuff
know
off.
this, but I consume 10 times the salt of a normal human being. I measured it. Don't think I should. Like, I don't. It's not that I necessarily want to, but apparently my body's just been doing that. It's just been consuming so much salt and been totally fine with it.
I agree with Jupiter. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
I take most of the salt junk off. I'm not a big fan. My mom used to oversalt like everything when I was a kid. She doesn't anymore. Now she's really good at cooking.
I don't know. Spicy and salt seem to go pretty well together. Not like a lot of salt, but like a salt seasoning to spicy food. It goes really, really well. So I saw some Fortune stuff.
Yeah, that was exciting. I really liked the nom punish on the SPO. That was really good.
Yeah,
And
I'm
also,
digging
thanks
this
to the new netcode, we have Canada versus heckin' Central America, and it's fine.
Yeah, isn't that great? Ah, like this is peak netcode. We're living in the modern age.
Don't need no EU tournaments anymore.
Excellent use of that double jump.
There's
Get
only
over
world
the
tournaments
D&D
now.
stuff. Nice use of armor grab. Please don't drop this. What did I just say?
It's because you said it.
Yeah.
Well,
Not even
Craig,
commenting right now.
Craig, if they heard what you said just there now, you know, then they wouldn't have the thing on and they wouldn't have been listening to you to begin with, so you know.
A little bit of undizzy.
It's
Put the head
just
back
a
on.
meme, like where it's like when you're like spilling your drink as your mom's telling you to like be like, all right, whatever you do, don't spill it, and you're like, oops.
You should have daisied. That was a free daisy. If you see them just standing on the ground like that and you use Syria SPO, you can daisy and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, so don't use SBO, just use the daisy instead.
It's probably the dumbest thing about Squiggly.
Not like that. So
No,
now we know you're
God,
listening.
Come on, today.
Now you got Daisy stuck in your head. Like, nah, you can't. Daisy is not a reversal. It's an offensive tool. People are going to
Pause
learn
the
this at some
stream.
point.
Don't listen to us like while you're watching stream if you are. It's a bad idea.
Whatever you do, make sure you're pausing the stream while you guys are playing. A, for your connection, and B, just because it's gonna mess with your play. But more importantly, stop using Daisy as a reversal. I've been saying this for 3 years. It's time to stop. It's 2020, friends.
Nobody cares about like fucking. No, Crank. You gotta show them why you don't do it. You don't tell them.
I think we did. I think that
Well,
was
then,
literally
what
like
the fuck are you doing?
30 minutes after some Get Great stream. We spent like literally, I think it was me and Penny. We just spent some time in the lab showing why Daisy sucks. It was a while ago, but I think that happened.
Just, hey, look at all these characters that get to do things about it.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's when we showed off the Bella using DP into 360 to escape
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
Right after the Parasol one too, which is stupid.
Fuck that Parasol one. I'm upset that you can do that. That's not fair.
It's hard enough that I think
any
it's fine.
normal.
But... Yeah. Parasol
Like I
has
said, I
something
can still
Bella
do it whenever you use Tear Shot, but like that's still really specific. Like, it has to be a specific spacing to it.
like a PP. Sure.
Sweep. This is not
That's
Guilty
not-
Gear. You can't do sweeps as Oki. Very unfortunate. I see. That was a good like blockstring pressure.
You got a lot of chip going on.
That
That's
is
not
not
how you
something you
want
should be doing there. I know you really, really wanted to kill. I know it's like right there. I think they thought they might be able to get close and chip him out.
Oh, the
but-
head.
That'd be a lot of chip.
Yeah. So Big Band, Big Band versus Fortune has always had a sad history. Like, this has always been like a tough matchup for Band. But something important you want to note there is you basically cannot use a super to chip out Fortune compared to any other character, with Band specifically, because the head always gets in the way. So if you used SSJ, the head would have eaten all hits, and yeah, they would have been down to 1 health, but they wouldn't die. And they would have not hit Fortune also, so Fortune wouldn't have been chipped out.
On that one out the hard.
Say what?
On that one out the hard way.
Yeah.
When we played the other day.
I was sad.
But
But Fortune's gone, so now I have to. Now I can pretend that she's not a real character for now.
Well, Peacock
That's
now. I
fine.
don't know if that's a better or worse.
Yeah. I prefer fighting Peacock over fighting Fortune. Because Fortune, I feel like I'm not learning. I just feel like Fortune's too fast. I'm just losing to the same stuff over and over. Peacock, I feel like I actually improve the more I fight her and just don't fight her enough.
Well, I'll
For
fix
now.
that.
I mean, I can still block your like the impossible 50-50s as they call it. So we'll see. We'll clean it up and we'll see.
It definitely needs some cleaning. I've only ever learned the mix with beam assist, and I don't want to play Robo right now.
Yeah. I also have a long history though of like people telling me that that's unreactable and then always being able to react to it.
Yeah, that's awkward.
If
you do headbutt and Nam, the cooldown on the head is longer than if you just did Nam. So the combo has to be different. It's very strange. And it's even more different.
Specific? Is it for that specific interaction? Like, is it only when you do something into Nam?
Headbutt into Nam is marginally longer, and zoom into Nam is so much longer.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
It is weird, and your combo has to change completely because of it too.
Player 1 wins.
Good stuff. One more. This is actually pretty good. I'm actually happy I matched these two people up against each other. This is actually really good for QB.
You gotta have confidence in your people, Crank.
I mean, I got that confidence back because I like literally since the beginning of the stream when I said QB will be on their own, I've been thinking about how QB plays, and I'm like, actually, they've been getting pretty good lately. And also with the new netcode, that should help them out a lot.
I'm ready to
They still got their old bad habits. Stop using Daisy's reversal. We've been over this.
No, yeah, that's not real. There's a gap.
Yeah, it's not real pressure. This sucks. Oh, you took him out of the corner. That's really risky. Unless you got a side switch combo that's like pretty good damage. There's like no reason to do that really.
Her side switch combos are so good. She can do stand hard kick into DP, and the side switch just does itself. It's really stupid.
That's nice, but you have to. Then you basically. The problem is if you take him out of the corner, you now have to put him back into the corner. Otherwise, you're giving him such a huge advantage that Fortune normally has. Because you have your opponent in the corner, Fortune just wins sometimes.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, what?
Puts him back in the corner without thinking about it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean that's nice. Yeah. So how do you? Wait, sorry. I guess you were cutting out. I don't know. But like, how does it work?
Stand hard kick into LDP, and then she has 5 or 6 different ways to put you on the other side.
Okay.
So.
That's an Alt F4.
Oh. It is optimal. The game closes faster.
That is true.
All right, I think that's all our matches for the day.
It is.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for Skullgirls Get Great, and special thanks to Penny and Sam for joining us and providing their excellent wisdom. Yeah. If you guys like what you saw here and learned a lot of stuff but want to practice it and actually apply it in actual matches, join us for our weekly tournament, Skullgirls Be Great, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, etc., etc. It's a standard Skullgirls tournament. It's exactly what you'd experience at a major. And it's really, really important that you get that kind of experience because tournament experience and just practice experience are two very different things. You will never do good in a tournament with just practice and just net play and just like sets and stuff like that. You need to play in tournaments. It's a very... You might even feel similar, and that's a good thing, but it will never be the same, or you don't realize that it's different. Being good at tournament is a unique skill, and you should really, really practice it. But if you are just here for the practice streams, then do not fret. We will be back every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, and whatever time GMT. Thank you all for joining us. You guys are fantastic. And,
I like the snap.
You like the what?
I like the snap.
Oh, I didn't even realize I did that. I did the guns to the screen like I'm talking to people.
I could see you like winking as well, like at the screen and everything. You know, turn your head slightly. Give
I would be upset if you didn't do finger guns.
I gotta get the finger guns out. You know.
Yeah. I had to use a webcam for work recently, and I found out my laptop webcam is like absolute ass. Like it's like 4 frames a second at like 480p, and I'm like, this is like a $2,000 laptop. How did that happen?
I thought you were gonna say I've had to use a webcam for works, and I accidentally keep giving them finger guns.
That wouldn't be an accident, I promise. Play Robo Fortune, everyone.
Don't do it.
Yourself. Honestly, picking up Robo Fortune, I just like I know I have to do it because like the best way to play my team, but it's just been one sad day after another. Oh wow, I learned my optimal B&B, and it does, checks notes, 6,000 damage.
Oh, boy.
Okay. It's like 6,800 actually, but it's still, and it's really hard too.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Meanwhile, counter hit H-Brass is like 7,000 damage.
Man, I don't understand.
That's
how to
a
play this
guilty
character.
gear in
Like
there.
Robo's gonna take a long
no
time
damage.
for me to learn. I just don't understand how she works.
Well, the thing is, Sam, is that when Guilty Gear has the right setup, you explode.
Oh.
Robo doesn't have anything.
Okay, then never mind. Guilty Gear sucks.
Why? Because they do damage.
Yeah.
I miss Accent Core so much.
Guilty
I wish
Gear
people
has
would play
a move that kills you. It just kills you.
Yeah, 60% of your health gone just because of super grab. It's all good.
Good shit.
At least Robo doesn't have 0 frame grabs.
True.
You know, I don't know if it would help her.
Probably wouldn't.
I mean, I guess it would probably help her get off of things, because then Wake Up Grab actually becomes good, like it is in Guilty Gear. So, that's kind of cool. Like, it forces your opponent to play, like, give you space on Wake Up, while still having advantage on Oki.
I refuse. So I play Dizzy.
That's fine. Alright, everyone. I'll see y'all later. Have a
Good
wonderful
night.
day.